My traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies. I wanted to say something about the Mega Happy timeline before I go on an extended break from the channel. I know I posted on the community tab that I would be at least putting a post gap between essentially this update and Saturday or Sunday, depending on how things went on Thursday. But after reflecting some, it is likely I will be taking a break from the channel until the 1st of September because I have some major projects that I have to take care of, including something at my 9-to-5 job. But there was definitely something that I wanted to say after processing everything that happened after Trump's failed assassination attempt. I had mentioned a while back that no matter who becomes president, the Mega Happy timeline won't really be affected because the Mega Happy timeline isn't about politics, it's about us. And that's not to say that you shouldn't vote if that's within your authenticity to do, and you should vote for the person that your authenticity dictates. The next big shift for the Mega Happy timeline, something that affects it, will likely happen on Thursday night with Donald Trump's speech at the Republican National Convention. Depending on what he says at that speech and the tone, there are potentially 3 outcomes. One is that it doesn't affect us much at all. And that outcome is sort of, if he does his usual song and dance that he's been doing since 2015, 2016, that doesn't affect things very much. If he goes out there and he's somehow worse than he was in 2015, 2016, then that's a pretty big setback. There's more work to do for the Mega Happy timeline, but it's not like, oh, everything's all over, we're finished, oh no. It's not that. And then there is something else that he can do that will in fact help the Mega Happy timeline. It's probably a long shot that he would do this thing, but he might do it, which is essentially be not Trump. Give a very, very polished and presidential speech where he's not doing anything he usually does, and he in fact gives some sort of message about unifying the country. If he does that, that can in fact help things out. But no matter what happens, it's still up to us. And so the reason why I tend not to react to things in real time, like a lot of people have been doing, is because it's a lot of understandable but useless panic, speculation, anger, wasting energy on arguments with people online, and boosting your adrenaline over things for which we have no control over. And also, when something major like that happens to the country or in the country, I usually take the time to actually process things emotionally before I say anything about them, because I knew I wanted to say something about it, pretty much had to, if I'm purporting to talk about the Mega Happy timeline and all of that. So I would say, yeah, there's plenty to be concerned about. And depending on what happens on Thursday, there is more to be concerned about or less. But it's about us. It's about what we do for each other. It's about how we treat each other. No one person can end or begin the Mega Happy timeline. It's about a lot of us bringing through that energy consistently, no matter who's in power, no matter what they're threatening to do. We can still be here for each other. So, my traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies, no, strike that, reverse it. My fellow magicians, I hope you're doing about as well as can be expected considering the circumstances. And I'll see you on September 1st.